is today proteins. Proteins are the biomolecules. Proteins are the biomacromolecules. They are found in acid insoluble pool. Proteins are the biomacromolecules. They are found in acid insoluble pool. These are the polypeptides. These are made by amino acids. The bond between two amino acids is called peptide bond. This is one amino acid. This is another amino acid. When two amino acids are joined, water molecule is removed. H plus ammonia, OH plus carboxylic acid. So water molecule is removed. That removal is called dehydration. So dehydration. So thereby peptide bond is formed. Peptide bond is formed between CO and N. O and N. Formation of peptide bond between two amino acids. Proteins are polypeptides. Proteins are polymers. These are the polymers of amino acids. These are the long chain of polymers of amino acids. These are the heteropolymers. Hetero means different amino acids. These are the biomacromolecules which are found in acid insoluble pool. Proteins are the most abundant organic compounds of the cell. And these are made by amino acids. Amino acids are the monomers. The amino acids are the units of proteins. There are 20 types of amino acids. These 20 types of amino acids are two types: essential amino acids, two non-essential amino acids. Essential amino acids are the source is the dietary proteins. Non-essential amino acids our body can make. Proteins they perform the different functions. They carry nutrients across the cell membrane. They fight against infections. Some are hormones, some are enzymes. And in case of proteins, there is collagen. Collagen is a protein. It is the most abundant protein in the animal world. And Rubisco, ribulose, biphosphate, carboxylase, oxygenase is the most abundant protein in the whole biosphere. What is biosphere? Biosphere is the giant ecosystem. The life-supporting environment is called biosphere. Now we will see, before going to the structure of the proteins, we will see some proteins and their functions. Protein function. Protein collagen. It is the intercellular ground substance. Between the cells, there is a ground substance that is made by collagen. Collagen is the intercellular ground substance. Cells are held together. Trypsin is an enzyme. All enzymes are proteins, but all proteins are not enzymes. So here trypsin is an enzyme. Insulin is a hormone. That means hormones are proteins. Next, antibody. Antibody is a protein. It is mainly meant for fight infections. Next, receptors are proteins. The receptors meant for sensory, taste, hormone receptors, etc. Glutaphore. Another one, glutaphore. The glutaphore, it enables glucose transport into the cells. These are the different glutaphore is a protein. What is the function of glutaphore? It enables glucose transport into the cells. Next, the formation of peptide bond between two amino acids. When two amino acids are joined and between carboxylic acid and ammonia, a bond is formed. That is by the removal of water molecule. and thereby a new bond is formed that is called peptide bond. The bond present between two amino acids in a protein is called peptide bond. In the formation of a peptide bond, water molecule is removed. Polypeptides, many peptides are there. Okay, in a protein many peptides. For example, there are three amino acids. One amino acid joined by another amino acid by peptide bond like this. There are three amino acids. How many peptide bonds are there? 2, n minus 1. Suppose 100 amino acids are there. How many peptide bonds are there? 99 peptide bonds are there. Like this, you can calculate the peptide bonds. Now see proteins. Yes, the term proteins was first coined by Berzelius. Proteins are the large-sized heteropolymeric macromolecules having one or more polypeptides, chains of amino acids. The term polypeptide is often used interchangeably with protein. Now, and then delta of 4. The functions of proteins: protective structures. Fibrous protein keratin forms the external protective structures of animals like nails, hooves, scales, hair, feathers, horny layers of skin. Silkworms protect themselves in the cocoon stage by silk fibers, and in the later stage built up protein fibrinogen. Spider webs are also built of this protein. Yes, proteins are used in the synthesis of protective structures. Defense proteins, immunoglobulins or antibodies, which are the proteins produced by lymphocytes. As immunoglobulins are meant for recognizing and neutralizing foreign proteins, toxins, viruses and other pathogens. Toxins are proteins. Toxins, they are both defensive and offensive proteins produced by certain animals, bacteria and some plants. Snake venom, resin of cassia, bacterial toxins, etc. Structural proteins. Protein constitutes more than 50% of the dry weight of the protoplast. Compatibility proteins, contractile proteins, enzyme, transport proteins. So what is biosphere? The life supporting environment is called biosphere. The most abundant protein in the whole biosphere is riboscope. What is the full form of riboscope? Ribulose, biphosphate, carboxylase, oxygenase. Name the bond present in a protein, peptide bond. So in the last class we studied polysaccharides, and a polysaccharide is formed between two units when two glucose units are joined and water molecule is removed. So water molecule is removed in a carbohydrate by the formation of glycosidic bond. The carbohydrate, the bond is glycosidic bond, and in the protein the bond is peptide bond. Similarly, in the glycosidic bond as well as in peptide bond, water molecule is removed. The removal of water molecule is called dehydration. So, when two amino acids are joined, the OH of carboxylic acid, H of ammonia, S are liberated to form water. So, and then say proteins meant for growth. They help in cell division. Cell wall, cell membrane is made by proteins. Proteins mainly meant for growth. And all enzymes are proteins, but all proteins are not enzymes. All hormones are proteins, but all proteins are not hormones. They fight against infections. And body produce antibodies against toxins, against pathogens, virus, bacteria. Whenever body is infected by virus and bacteria, the lymphocytes are activated, particularly B lymphocytes. They produce antibodies. Antibodies are proteins. There are 5 types. They are Y-shaped. The shape of antibodies and it fight against infections. Okay, and then proteins are heteropolymers, but in case of carbohydrates, they are homopolymers, and complex carbohydrates are mostly homopolymers and some are heteropolymers. That we have studied in the last class. Now here once again some proteins and their functions. So protein, collagen, the most abundant protein in the animal world is collagen. Its function is it is present between the cells. It is the intercellular ground substance. Next, trypsin is an enzyme. Insulin is a hormone. Antibody is a protein. It is mainly meant for fight against infections. Receptors is sensory receptors, taste receptors, touch receptors, hormone receptors are there. GLUTA4 enable glucose transport into the cells, and I will give the structure of protein. Structure of protein.